Africans, Nigerians, we like lies than the truth. But why? My name is Coach Wilfred Asuko. Welcome to another edition of Common Sense with Freddie. Interestingly, I grew up in a society whereby there is a disdain or dislike for the truth. And we all know the truth is always very bitter. The truth, they say, very bitter. And how do you increase the capacity of the young people when lies, telling lies, living lies, infusing lies in your leadership structure is the order of the day? It makes it very difficult. When the leadership or the organizational structure or the people leading the citizens are also not living to their words, their political campaigns, promises. Of course, those are lies. What do you expect? We all know that when the head is impacted, of course, the body will suffer the setback. We all know that when you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you should expect that the worst is going to happen. Guess what? It trickles down to the entire body. So if this is the leadership, if this is your president, so every other part of your body seems to be your citizens or your followers. So if you as a leader, you're not living up to expectations by living up to your promises, what happens to the other part of the body? So the question is, how do we get here where we tend to love lies more than the truth? And we all see or we hear a lot of people, we want a trustworthy partner. We are seeking for people who are sincere, who have integrity, to do the right thing, to be hired, to contribute their quota to the organization, or to do the right thing for the company to be moving forward. So what you're looking forward to is people who would show up to work on time. That integrity, doing what you're supposed to do, even when no one is watching you. But that's not the case. That's not what we get, or that's not what we see in our community. We've been introduced to lies, even when we are telling the truth, or when we see the truth, we cannot identify. You guys notice that? Even the leadership structure in your religious centers, they've been caught severally telling lies and hiding behind, it is our God that has spoken. Excuse me, God does not speak. It is your mind that He gave to you that you are using to communicate. He doesn't speak. God does not speak. If God is speaking, then several things that we see happening around us will not be happening. Because when people commit a certain crime, they attribute it to what? The devil. And excuse me, why didn't God speak at that time to that individual? Don't do it. You have the willpower to do the right or to do the wrong. So how do we move away from loving lies and focus on working and identifying with the truth at all times? That is a question I want to focus on today. When you tell a young child that you cannot get rich quick, you cannot make wealth overnight, that you need to go through the process, and process demands what? Hard work. Because the end goal of success demands hard work plus discipline plus consistency. You multiply it with what? Patience. That's the only way you can get success. And if you look at the process, hard work, consistency, discipline, multiplied by patience, it's a long journey, it's a long route to go. But no, we are so inclined to 24 hours miracle. If you tell somebody, you're going to get rich in 24 hours, exactly. You are the best to be listened to. If you tell somebody, bring this amount of money and give it to God and He's going to multiply overnight, oh my, everyone will rush. And when they don't get that result, oh, you are a liar. But when Coach Wilfred is telling you that, no, you can make money by learning a skill, a tech skill that allows you to earn money remotely or virtually from the comfort of your home. And to get this done, you need to go through a training and a process. And you begin to start the earnings little by little and you grow. That's not something anybody wants to listen to. Nobody wants to be patient. Nobody wants to be consistent. Nobody wants to pay the price of success. We all like lie. Okay, let's look at something else. Why do young men and women, a typical young lady, for example, who meets a young man who is struggling, he just started working or he has no job but has a prospect to getting a job, but because he has no car, he has no home of his own, a young lady would not see no future or no prospect of that young lady or that young man, I beg your pardon. Instead, she will be looking out forward to a married man who tells her, oh, I'm single, I'm doing well. A married man that has been around for a minute, makes some money, successful in his endeavors, or has businesses or chains of businesses, or a politician that is making so good money, but she doesn't want to know if he's been married before or not. That becomes a problem. What exactly is that individual thinking? That all that glitters are gold or is gold? I leave you with that thought. And we have seen several ladies falling victims of the disguise as a result of what? Lies. But when this same lady will see a single young man who is struggling, trying to make both ends meet, that is not going to resonate with them. They're not going to see no future. They're not going to see anything useful about that individual. They love lies. Are you in that category? Do you do that? How about people that are introducing businesses to you? That business that they're introducing to you, how useful or how productive is it going to be? Is that business coming in a disguise of introducing you to what would be against your values? And because you are so anxious and you are not patient enough to ask questions to analyze exactly what you are walking into or what you are intending to get yourself involved in, and all that matters to you is how to make money, it is high time you embrace truth. You embrace telling the truth at all times and discard lies. It's in your responsibility to identify what is the right thing, what is the truth. Because guess what? Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. If you find yourself in a civilized society or in advanced society like in the United States, and out of ignorance, and you find yourself getting into some shady deals and you act like you didn't know, oh, I was not well informed, it's not anybody's business. It was your responsibility to do your due diligence to identify if that is right or wrong. But you walked into that business with your eyes wide open. And until you begin to build the habit or the discipline of telling the truth at all times, then you can't increase your capacity for greater doings or greater opportunity in the future. And I like to round up this subject by saying that every single one out there is expecting or looking forward to meeting an individual or somebody that will be trustworthy, somebody that would not live off lies, but someone that will be honest, to be able to work with, to share their future goals or to share the company opportunities with. But when lies becomes your way of life, You don't even love to tell the truth, let alone identifying the truth. What exactly are you expecting? Here am I share with you and I encourage you to embrace loving the truth and hating lies. It's not going to take you anywhere far. Thank you. See you all at the top because the bottom is crowded.